welcome to a very sunny Marilyn Hawes. And you got a good forecast, haven't you? Getting a bit better
Yeah.
weather.
30, well, it was 32 degrees yesterday, clear blue skies, and it's due to do the same today, tomorrow, and Monday, and all next week.
Oh,
Just as my son and wife and baby flew out to Bermuda.
probably be
And
raining
I think
every
it's
day.
cooler there than here.
Yes, the weather's it's global warming, they
And it
tell
was
me.
the same with when I went over there. I set off on the plane. Immediately, the weather was far better here for 10 days.
Oh, listen, you ought to
Oh,
get a
dear.
job in Dubai and bring rain there. You could earn yourself a fortune.
Well, they put they what do they do? They ice the clouds or something, don't they? They make it rain. They go and
They
put
do with the
stuff in
silver
the
stuff,
clouds.
yes.
It's horrible because then when it does rain, you get like sand in the rain and it's like sludge.
And we get enough of that
Disgusting.
down here, being on the edge of the Sahara.
Yeah.
We get to what is called Kalima.
Hmm.
And it's apparently very good for the gardens. It is.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
It's
Just makes
down
everything
there
else
that's got
filthy.
nutrients in it.
Horrible. All
Yes.
right then.
Well, listen.
Morning, everyone.
Yes. Good grief, everybody. No, I'm going to start with your favorite or one of your favorite topics. Andrew, it's not going away, is it? The police
It's
are
not.
interested in his sex life, apparently now. It's
It,
taken them some time.
it is not going to go away for him until this is it's going to rumble on and rumble on, and he needs to go back to. I haven't been up to speed with all of that, but I've seen it out on my peripheral vision in the papers. But no, they are. I mean, they said something about the last roll. I saw them in a paper, The Telegraph, this morning. Oh, it's the last roll of the dice. Whatever that means. But I don't know fully that. Well, I know the story, but I don't know fully what are they in now? Are they going to take him off to America or what?
I don't think it'll get that far, but who knows?
Well, it should.
But yeah, perhaps it should, yes. But I mean, he's really the black sheep, isn't he, in the family,
Oh,
big time? And there's been a few black sheep in over the years, isn't there?
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, the old Prince of Wales, and no, that's. But I suppose it's every family, really, isn't it? I mean, it's just that they're displayed on the global platform, and but no, I mean, he was Mummy's little diamond, wasn't he?
It usually works out that way, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. It's true. It is true. Yeah, you can. That's what I do when I go about my toxic relationships. I say
yes.
very often. I'll say, the mummies are very often the problem. Mummies have a. You used to see it when I was at the schools. You'd have the first day of the attendance, your first day of the new lot coming in. I used to watch them coming up the path of the school. I go, oh, here's another one. Look, watch it. Watch the attitude. Watch the yummy mummy. Look at the boy, hair too long, all curly. And we have a bet. I said, I bet his name's Alexander or Jamie. Or I used to know there used to be certain names that when they said the name, you weren't surprised.
Oh, Valerie now. It's all changed, doesn't it?
Well, it's Mohammed now.
Listen, we've got to move on, which we will do. And we're going to concentrate, I suppose, on strange Britain, the place that is full of freedom and at the same time tin pot dictatorship.
Yeah, absolutely.
We start with the people that are really affected, and that's the Christians, and especially those that have retired and they've got time now to go on the street, tradition in Britain, and say, "For God so loved the world." Well, hang on. John 3:16 is the most encouraging verse maybe in the Bible. Doesn't upset anybody. Yeah, it does. It upsets the Muslims.
Mhm.
And particular guy committed a breach of the peace. Now, that's the old fashioned phrase, but there's been so many laws to curtail your speech. You can quote 50 of them that you can be got for. There's lots of recent laws, of course, about hate speech, inverted commas, but you don't need them. Laws have been in place for centuries that will stop things going on that are truly bad. Clive Johnson has been got hold of. There he is going out, and 76-year-old on a Sunday afternoon, and it turns out that he was near an abortion clinic.
Oh
Now,
God.
not an abortion clinic per se, it was a room in a hospital that carried out abortions. Well, I'm sure he didn't realise that, but there he was, not talking about motherhood, not talking about babies, not talking about anything to do with abortion. And they got him because he was reported by, I wonder who, anybody who is of LGBT note have got it in for Christians. And we've just carried out 2 programs that are about to hit the screens this next week with one such character who got himself in trouble with the police. And it is fascinating. And it's been going on for year after year after year. The guy is in his 80s now.
Wow.
And he's dragged into court every 5 minutes. Eventually, they said, and it was a Sikh who was the judge, because all the other judges hadn't got a clue, that said, this is nonsense. I won't give any more information. Boy, it's a 2-part series, a mini-series. David will be explaining what has happened to him over the years. And it's very similar to our friend here. And, you can get fined, you can get put in jail, depending on what affray you've committed. But don't close your eyes, even if you don't really know that there's an abortion clinic round the corner. You're expected to know. But don't close your eyes because they'll say you're praying about this child that's about to be aborted. It's crazy time.
Well, I look forward to seeing that. In fact, we had I was on Mike Graham's Plank of the Week yesterday, and just before that was filmed, Bishop Kai, they call him Kai, don't they? Bishop
Kai Dewar.
He gave a 10-minute sermon, right? And he was so inspirational.
He's a good man. He's also on this channel at the end of Air Television at the end of this week.
Oh, right.
Oh, there you go.
He gave a blinding speech on Pentecost and what it really meant and what it really means and how the UK absolutely needs it. And you need a fire, a spiritual fire breezing through this country of ours.
Well, he's absolutely right.
Oh, he is right. He is right. And he had such will, like the Welsh, that will, like when the Welsh guys sing, you always know a Welsh choir.
That's right.
don't you?
He's a
There's
South
that,
Walian and very proud of it.
yeah, it comes from the belly, and he was the same. He was like, no nonsense. You should see it. If you watch, you probably haven't got time to see it, but it was the last 10 minutes, and it was like, wow. Yeah, wow.
Said it all, and he had, of course, opportunity at the United Kingdom rally
Yes,
march,
yes,
and gave a wonderful speech
yes,
there.
yeah, no, he's
In
very
fact,
good.
talking to him yesterday about various things, he was utterly exhausted after 2 days of 20 hours a day. It's
Yeah.
all right saying it was a short walk. No, it was more than that. So bless him. Keep your eye on this man. He's speaking from his heart.
Yeah. Oh,
He's speaking from
100%.
the hearts of many other people
Yeah,
in
yeah,
our country.
Absolutely right. I mean, it was just, I'm not being funny, it was just common sense as well, to be honest. He wasn't all God and Jesus. I mean, he was like, he said, we all need to be praying more in this country for, we need to get on that bus sort of thing, which is true. I mean, we've got, excuse my French, Muslims praying in the street when you got a mosque on every corner.
Yeah. Well, it's not working clearly. Clive Johnson has been found, back to Clive, guilty, like our a friend that we'll see next week, David, and I do hope it's not 10 years before they get round to bringing in justice for him. It is utter madness, which leads us on to the last weekend's Eurovision Song Contest.
Oh God,
The
no.
dust has been settling. And frankly, I mean, does anybody watch this anymore?
I
Perhaps
refuse
just
to
me.
watch it. The music is rubbish. It's just a mindless din, and it's politically motivated. It always is.
Oh, it is.
You know, Neil Pwan for the UK. It was awful. I mean, our song was, or it was just dreadful. It always is. Someone from the Eastern Bloc always wins.
Well, one commentator said it was a display, as usual, of glitz, glamour, LGBT, and globalism. And I thought, brilliant.
Thank God I didn't watch it.
Well, yeah.
No, I really do think it's past. I mean, it used to be as popular as the Miss World. Do you remember Miss World competition with what's her name, Morley? She used to run it, didn't she? And I mean,
That's right.
it's past its sell-by date, I think. The Eurovision Song Contest, I mean,
Yeah.
all of that stuff. I just, mind you, I mean, because I just don't like the music these days. I mean, I loved ABBA. I thought they were great. I mean, Sandy Shaw won it, and Cliff Richard won it, didn't they? But they were proper songs. I mean, it's just awful. I can't bear it.
Oh, there you go. A good mate of mine is Dana. This was even before your time.
Oh, I
Contest
remember. That's right. I do remember her. Yeah.
yeah, from Ireland. And you don't get sweet lyrics like that. Did a lovely interview with Dana, actually, who came to stay with us for a while. She's a good Christian lady. And she was MEP for a number of 8 years, and really got cruelly treated in Europe because of her faith and because of her Christian views. At one stage, believe it or not, she was actually pinned up against the wall for her family Christian views.
Oh my
We don't
word.
want any of that here. That was Europe 4 decades ago, nearly.
Wow.
And is it any surprise that I am not, even though I live here, I'm not in favor of the European model, let's call it. So, yeah, she won that with a sweetie song. And there's no more sweetie songs anymore. In desperation, if you remember, they got wheeled in Cliff Richard one year,
That's
and
right.
he came in. Was it second? That was it. But
I can't remember. I can't remember. I remember
that,
Sandy Shaw. Uh, oh, God, I obviously remember ABBA. Um, no,
well, do
I
you
don't
remember
even
the
think.
skirts coming off?
I don't even think it's glitzy and
Well,
glamorous. I
what
just
what the last one that we had, or one of the last ones, when the group, four of them, two men, two women. I'm trying to think of the name, and the big encore for the song was they ripped their skirts off. Do you remember that?
don't. Well, no, because I never watch it.
Oh, I see. Well, yes. All right. Say no more. We'll move on. Well, of course, the United Kingdom and France and Germany get in automatically. Whoever wins, whether Britain regularly comes bottom now, they get in. The reason why they automatically qualify is because they put in the biggest contribution to keep it going.
Oh, there we go.
Are
You
you
see,
are
the
you
bloody
listening, BBC? That alone is enough to get rid of you, apart from everything else you do.
exactly, and it is. It's no. Yeah, I no. It's all rigged.
Well, there
Call
you
me
go.
cynical. Call me cynical, but that's what I think.
Well, perhaps it's cynicism that brought Israel to number two. Not even in Europe,
Oh,
of
really?
course, but they finished up number two.
And the
That
Bulgar,
was
I think I heard Bulgaria won, didn't they? I don't know.
Bulgaria won, yes. Again, Eastern Europe. But at least some people are actually waking up and seeing what is really happening to the Jewish nation.
Mm.
And they came in, I repeat, number two. Um, a lot of people boycotted it, of course. All the woke countries boycotted it because of Israel. number one of the five countries of Spain. Then there's Ireland, who have gone tremendously woke in recent years. Then the Netherlands, they've always been a bit different. Slovenia and Iceland, they all said, we're boycotting it. Of course it is. It's political, the whole thing. There you go. Anyway, end of. Let's talk about another end. End of the world. Well,
It's the end of
people
the world.
often
Is it
think,
going to happen today? Is the hot air in in the UK going to blow up the planet?
plenty of hot air in many countries, including the
It
UK.
is. It's really hot right across Europe and everywhere today. I saw the map.
It is at the moment. France is coming in for a really hot, actually, for France. Anyway, people say, oh, end of the world, rumors of wars, as the Bible says, earthquakes, as the Bible says, pestilence, unrest, chaos, and viruses. Just
Well,
think,
you got well, you know that, yeah. I mean, the boxes are nearly all ticked, aren't they?
well,
Well, you've got Ebola making a rampage again, haven't you, in the
we've
Congo?
got Ebola, we've got pandemic. Of course, we've just survived, some of us. We've got now hantavirus
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
boat.
Has that
Uh,
not been? Is that still on the boat? Has that not been sorted? Are they?
well, I mean, the nearest to us, of course, is Madrid. They've got one there
Have they?
that was, I
Right,
think, caught off the boat, actually.
right. Well, yeah,
So
my friend is my friend's taking her parents to. They're elderly. They're 90. Taking them on a cruise. And apparently, the cruise ship at the moment that they will be going on has got norovirus or whatever.
that's very common in a
Yeah,
confined
you would
space.
honestly, you would never get me on a cruise.
No,
You
no.
people say
Well,
to me, "Oh, you'd love it." I said, "I absolutely wouldn't." I said, "I'd probably be jumping overboard. It would be like the Mary Celeste." I honestly, I see these big ones coming in up to Bermuda. They're like probably 14 stories high. They look like they're going to topple over. Who wants? I just don't get it. I don't want to sleep in a cardboard room next to somebody else and with long corridors, and I just don't understand it. I'm not. I suppose really, I'm not a very I don't want to sit at a table and have to talk to people at breakfast that I've never met before. I can't be bothered to make small talk. I'd rather go to my local pub. I'd rather sit in my own back garden and talk to myself.
yeah,
I just cannot think of anything worse, truly.
it's good therapy. I must confess, I've never been tempted. I
No.
might have been tempted by a river cruise because there's
Oh,
only
yes, that I
100
agree.
odd people on there, and you do get. But we've always been boaties, so we've always had our own.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, you're like one step nearer probably going on a cruise than I would be because I don't, and I don't like rough seas anyway, but I just don't, I'm not sure that the Brits travel well, and I don't want to be there with all the oiks that are queuing up at the Tatty Cafe. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about something I've never done, so maybe I'm talking out my rear end, but I just see them and I coming in and out of Bermuda, and you see all these enormous Americans that have got no dress sense whatsoever because they come across from Florida. And I mean, some of them are really quite young, they're only in their 40s, and you can't tell sideways on, you can't tell the front from the back. I mean, all the men have got boobs, they're just
Well,
so overweight. Gross. Here we go, the cruise ships are in again. Oh, no thanks. No,
well,
I mean, I just don't see how they can be healthy. It's proving it, isn't it?
it is. I mean, there are pros and cons. I've not been on one, but I know from pals of mine in the entertainment industry that
Mm.
regularly perform on them. They love
Oh,
it.
yes.
They're paid well, and even to the state of people that want to stand there, play a harp, or talk about global warming.
Yeah, they have lectures as well, don't they?
They do, and they get well paid, and they love it. But you've got to be careful. It's all right saying, "Oh, it's only going to cost you a couple of grand for a fortnight or whatever," but that's an inside cabin. You don't want to be on an
Yeah,
inside
I mean,
cabin.
yeah.
especially if the
Inside
seeds are
cabin.
a bit lumpy.
Yeah.
You lose your orientation.
I mean, it would be like inside cabin. It'd be like sitting in a cave. I mean, no, thank you.
Well, some of them actually have pictures on the wall to make it look as though we've got an
Well,
outside cabin.
now here's one for the listening audience. Do you know the thing about the pineapple? The pineapple. If you have a picture of a pineapple on the door, it's basically you're up for grabs. Anyone
Oh,
welcome.
is that? Ah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking of a
I
real
can never look
pineapple.
at a pineapple now because I think my niece goes on a lot because she gets 75% discount because she works in the invoicing department for Cunard and P&O and all of that. So that's nice.
Which just shows you how much money they're making.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. She says to me, oh, you'd love it. No, honestly, Julie, not for me, thanks. And then this thing about the pineapple. Oh my gosh. Next time I was in Tesco's, I thought,
A lot,
why?
a lot
Why
of
a
other.
pineapple?
Well, yes. Yeah, all right. Euphemisms all over the place. We'll go to Chippies and seaside resorts. Now, if you think about this, this is again the real Britain. And Rachel and co are determined to kill off any small business, hotel, restaurant,
Yeah,
pub,
yeah.
chip shop, you name it, concentrated on the chippies. In 2019, the average price of fish and chips, £6.48.
Mm,
Now, the average price, £11.17.
mm, mm.
And in the posh places and in London, you can triple that.
Really expensive. It is really expensive. I mean, if I ever go down to my fish and chip shop now, it's very rare because it is so expensive. I had the shock of my life. I paid two, oh, it was ages ago now, about 6 months ago, two cotton chips, right? And it was £20.
What the old age
That was,
pensioners are doing now is to have actually the fish. Be careful
oh, yeah,
about which fish
I
you
get a
get.
large one and halve it now.
Well, the other way is to get two fish and just one portion of chips if there's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be going.
I freeze the chips because they're quite nice. If you freeze the chips and stick them in the oven, they've still got that lovely. There's something about fish and chip shop chips taste different to any other chip, I think.
They do. They're cooked by commercial machines, and it does make a difference when you've got the right temperature and the
Mm.
right fat,
It makes a
strength
huge
oil.
difference. I always think I always think the salt and vinegar is different as well. I don't know why.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, there's a program in itself. The other thing which is not known when people are going into their local chippy is well, let's cover the prices first because actually a couple of places in the northeast have decided to put automatic service tills to protect their staff from abuse by the customers about the pricing.
Oh,
So you
right.
do it yourself. Now that is awful. It's
That
gone
is
that
dreadful.
far, isn't it?
That is dreadful. Yeah.
And but if people realise that as a fish quota man, Starmer again has starred in that it's him that's agreed on all these wretched quotas, particularly with the French. That
Mm.
has put your cod prices up
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
would not believe. For
That's right.
18 years, he's cruelly treated our fishermen,
Mm,
and the quotas are terrible. That's why he can't get cod.
mm.
On top of that, he's done a deal everywhere, of course, with the Russians, saying we're now going to ban you. In one sense, that's good because of what Russia has done to Ukraine. But it's been done without thought for what casualties he's going to cause.
No, well,
All that.
no surprise there then. No, everything he does is just like,
So from
didn't he get
the
told off yesterday? Did I see something about Lindsay Hoyle having a go at them? Because I don't know whether it was to do, it was something about stating a policy without it having gone through the proper channel. But he does it all the time, Starmer. All the
I,
time. And I think it was to do with the policy of the freebies, the free buses and this, that, and the other for the children this summer, that the tax would come down from 20% down to 5%, the VAT on in restaurants and bars and all sorts of sweet shops and Legoland, places like that, and free buses and up to age 15 until the 1st of September. And I think it was to do with that. And also that Rachel from accounts, actually sat and she was sat on an empty bus and talking about it on TikTok. Now, I think it also was to do with that they're not allowed to do any social media stuff, are they? The MPs.
I don't know about allowed, but you can see why.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Uh,
I mean that there's that, and then even if she does do that, even say in the summer, if the fish and chip shops along the seafronts now can have only 5% discount and VAT rather than 20, they're now going to load up staycations to a £300 tax. I mean, where's the attraction? I mean, going on holiday as a staycation is not cheap. It is actually sometimes cheaper to go abroad. I mean, it's not encouraging people at all. I mean, anything that is enjoyable, they have to put their horrible puddy paw prints all over it, don't they? And destroy it.
Basically, they are not business people. They never
No,
will be business
no.
people. And to what in one breath say, "Oh, you've got to feed your children properly." And school meals have got to have no chips in, and pizzas are bad, and you can't advertise before 9 o'clock. And the chocolate has not got to be near the cash tills when you're going out of a supermarket. They're very keen on control.
Oh,
And then they
absolutely.
turn round and say, there's 50p off a Happy Meal in August.
I know.
Are they mentally deluded?
Well,
Yes, they are.
and it's the way they're doing the breakfast, school breakfast. It's cereal. I mean, everybody knows cereal is full of sugar. I mean, if they were giving them boiled eggs or something like that, but no, it's all cereals. So it's all the stuff you wouldn't want your kids to eat anyway. Well, we put 150,000 children out of poverty. Oh, really?
Yeah, by definition, what is poverty? There's all sorts of
Well, yes, it can be subjective as well. I mean, some people think they're poor when they're down to their last million, don't they?
well, and the average guy is paying a fortune to Sky for the footy and other things, and that is necessity, and it'll throw you into poverty if you go mad. It'll cost you, believe it or not, if you want to watch your TV everywhere in Britain, over £1,000 a year because you'll need to subscribe to 5 different television companies. And you can have the same thing in Spain, the same number of matches for less than £200 a year.
Wow, because
Britain is a ripper.
some you can't get on Sky. Some you have to. We have actually found a pub where the pub does TNT. That's a not many homes have that, but no, you're right, and you see, but people say about the cost of living, and it's true, it is going up, but you still see pubs around here. I mean, I suppose because we live in a rural place, but it gets packed because you've got a nice pub garden, you're right by the cricket field, and the food is good. You think, well, people have they seem to have the money.
Well, that's normal, healthy, dare one say, Middle England.
Yeah.
And they would say working class. That's working class Middle England.
No, the working people. Who are the working? Anybody that gets off their backside and earns across as a working person, aren't
Yes,
they?
exactly that.
Ridiculous.
Pink ladies, we're moving on.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, they are. And it's all linked up actually again with the March
Mm.
last weekend that Starmer wanted out the way, did his best, failed, cut off 11 quite decent people, most of them, for speaking. Shameful. And if I was looking actually, rather than the headlines, I was looking at the reports from a lot of people that were on the march saying it did a real lot of good. It was a family day out.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
there were more than last year's march, and there were more people on the current march. But I thought, I'll read the comments. Wow. You'd have expected, most people to be saying, well done, yes, we were there. No, every single one except one, and I covered about 50, were objecting to it, but they weren't objecting to it with normal family language. It was effing and jeffing and absolute filth. There's a lot of hate from the left again.
Yeah, well, I know people that went on in it and said it was absolutely great. They didn't see any they didn't see any of the Palestine stuff mixing in, and I mean, there was a bunch of old ladies that had done up in pink as the pink ladies. I mean, the grannies. Some people had done their dogs up wearing a Union Jack, and so I hate crowds. I don't like I get a panic attack if I would not be able to cope in a crowd like that. I wouldn't, and I'm not. I've never done a march. It's not my thing. I'm not sure how effective it is. I think the numbers that turned out were absolutely stunning when you saw the wave of people coming, just for that whole long area. It was incredible, and it was very well. Full credit to Tommy Robinson. I mean, he got good people speaking. Siobhan White spoke, who Rhiannon's mum. As you said, Bishop Kai spoke. Tommy obviously spoke. Oh golly, who else? There were several people that spoke, and I didn't hear all of it, but I just was, oh wow, it was very emotional. I found seeing all those flags and that goodwill but you see, does it do any good? The government aren't going to change. That's my fine. They're not worried about how worried people are and how they want their country back. They're just not listening. It's dreadful.
Well, they're coming at an entirely different angle. Call it universalism, call it lawfare, which I call it lawfare because laws will solve every problem on this planet, of course. Clearly, that is not true, and it just doesn't get through to them. And I don't think in that sector there's any hope. I tell you where there is hope across the big wide divide of the pond. And this year, of course, it's the 250th anniversary, stepping forth on the new continent. And we were responsible for that with the Mayflower, of course. And they're celebrating an act of parliament already. And it's the American Education Act, the first one, when the colonies were getting things together with their constitution. And they had their first Education Act. And the key thing, the headline of this Education Act was to prevent Satan's influence on children.
Wow.
That's a bit odd, isn't it? Satan's influence on children. No, you see it every day now
Yeah.
in the United Kingdom, in Europe, and in America. And I am absolutely convinced of that. When you've got our teachers teaching horrible things to the children.
I mean, why should the children be? I mean, I would take my kids out at primary schools. I get sent pictures of primary schools. They're doing like a Muslim assembly. They're all having to sit on a mat and go, oh, I mean, I absolutely wouldn't allow it. I mean, yeah, be aware of other, you don't do Diwali, do you? You don't have everybody bringing in lights and candles into school. There's all sorts of religions. Buddhism, you talk about it, and that's a good thing to do. But to actively have these kids having to do like a Muslim assembly is, I think, wrong. I
closely
take my kids away. I can understand why I really can understand why parents want to now do home tuition.
Yeah. Well, of course, if we have a Christian assembly in Pakistan, that's can
Well,
you
there's no
ever
chance of
see
that
that
happening.
happening?
No chance of that happening, is there?
That's a lot. But thinking about that, it's not just the religious side, it's the actual side of the LGBT brigade coming in, sitting children on trans laps and reading from pornographic books
I mean,
designed for primary schools specifically.
again, I would be in there, right? I'm knocking on the door of the director of education. I'd be going to the media, and my child would not be going to that school.
No,
I mean, I don't know why people take it. I really don't. They moan about it in the playground, but do something about it.
yes,
Do something. I mean, there's no way. I mean, when I was talking to Lucy Connolly's husband yesterday, Ray, as a counsellor, and he was telling me that some of the things that she was subjected to when she was in this prison. She was in one girl she met was in there for 36 years because she had murdered her mum and her dad. So you're in there. She was in a category B prison, which, that's still high risk. But she couldn't stand, didn't particularly like the governor, excuse me, and she'd done something or other. I can't remember what it was. She helped an awful lot of uneducated women to write letters to their lawyers, whatever, the sort of thing you see on a film, you know what I mean? And then the governor got wise to it that there were too many people queuing up outside her cell and all of this, and something happened, and she was treated badly by one of the prisoners, and she wrote a letter complaining about him to him and to the sort of the ministers of prisons, etc. And he didn't like it very much. So she wrote back and said, "I'll be out of here one day, and I'll make sure everyone knows."
yes. Well,
And
no,
then he was moved. He was moved to another prison. He or she was moved, and she was moved to another wing, which was harsher. And she became quite frightened, and she was crying and all of this. And why has this happened? This is ridiculous. But all these like really long sentence women, because they had heard, as goes on in the prisons, they had heard how good she was to other prison ladies, yeah. They had like a protection thing around her. So they'd have a go if the prison officers, they treated her badly, they'd have a go, they'd ring round her and, you leave her alone.
be
Incredible.
warned.
Incredible.
Yes, how the other half live. We're going to move on, and I've got another headline for you. The NHS are now paying psychotic killers to give patient care.
I
Now,
beg your pardon.
yes, I shall read it again.
Thank you.
The NHS are paying psychotic killers to give patient care. Now, what on earth is going on?
What on earth?
It's true. Basically, as an expert in killing, your experience might help future potential killers. So they're recruiting them to give advice. And in one particular case, a psychotic killer was invited to come in. The following day, he went out and killed at least one person. Now, this is doubly madness if you think about it. But this is woke progressive thinking, inclusive thinking. Well, it's mad thinking as far as I'm concerned.
No, I'm absolutely stunned that they could even consider doing that.
Well, it's DEI behind it.
But you think what that you go thinking about Barnaby, the Nottingham killings, that bloke, that what was his name? I can't remember his name, the African guy, whatever. And he was psychotic, and he was like a load of mental health issues, and he comes out and then stabs those three people, Barnaby and the girl and the bus driver, wasn't it, or the lorry driver? And what do they think? These psychotic people are not safe to be around.
You've raised something there exactly. There were 3 people killed outside an NHS hospital in Nottingham by a paranoid schizophrenic.
Yeah,
Callaghan was his name.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah, and he went on to nearly wipe out when he got the caretaker's car, who he killed some other people on a pavement. And this is what you get. But the other thing that you get are people, are they sick people? I think they are, some of them, wanting, because of voyeurism, it's been suggested, to dig into the data, the facts. Who are these people? How does Callaghan think? How did the people die? And it's all there in NHS data. And 25 people have either been suspended or sacked from that hospital because the NHS at least now are waking up to the fact and have got rid of these people because they like to have information that the rest of us don't like. And then they put it on TikTok
Ugh.
or wherever. Oh, I've got some video here that I can show you. The big I am, 15 minutes of fame. Call it what you
Well,
like.
yeah, because with that Callaghan, they're yeah, those people weren't they? Yeah, that's right. They were in the NHS, weren't they? And had they accessed Callaghan's details, or had they accessed the three people that were killed?
The 3 people that were
Yeah,
killed
I mean it's shocking. Absolutely, and rightly they should be sacked.
on the spot. And it goes on in police time as well,
Yes, 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 yes.
where somebody gets a trainee policeman very recently, got hold of some video, wanted to show himself off, put it out on TikTok, Facebook, wherever. And of course, he's been asked to leave. But there are 150 people at least involved in the NHS Trust that have accessed the data for their own voyeuristic pleasure.
It just, oh dear, it's just sick, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, why would you want to know? I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Well, there's enough crime programs and things on the telly. All winds people up in different ways, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Blame the telly if you can't blame anybody else. So, right, we are going back to Mr. Starmer, creation of all the stories we hear these days, and the illegal boat people. And it's joyous time at the moment, of course, because the sea is flat, and here they come in their droves. Even Belgium's getting involved now, and don't matter how many people and how much money you pay, they'll still come over because these are professionals that are bringing them over and earning a fortune.
Well, they are. They are. I mean, some of the gangs are already recruiting, and they pay for them to come on in. I mean that, and it can't be a coincidence. When I was doing this plank of the week, I had Andy Burnham as my plank, and that's going to be an absolute nightmare if he gets it. I mean, he thinks he's already been elected, doesn't he? I mean, I really want to see this plumber chap absolutely smash it because I just the assumption makes an arse out of you. And he's going around strutting around like he's already got the job, whatever the job is, and dishing out who's going to have this part, who's going to do this, who's going to be this, that, and the other.
Well,
But
he's
you
already
imagine-
organised Wes, hasn't he? Wes.
I know, I know. And that guy Josh, I mean, that Josh who stepped down, that's complete manipulation and hijacking of the people that voted him in, and they deserve Labour to get an absolute pounding. But in Manchester, I was looking at some statistics. he took something like, what was it, 600 and something million. He now owes, the Manchester Council now owe 1.6 billion. It's the most indebted county in the UK. But the rapes have gone up in 10 years. They've gone up from 16,000 to now 70,000. That's shocking. And he's a mayor of Manchester, and people are thinking of voting for him. I don't think so. And the funny thing is, actually, you've got to see the joke of this. He, because he's sorted out the bus transport, hasn't he? But apparently, in all the roads, he's put cycle lanes. But he hasn't stopped to think that when the buses pull in, they can't park up against the pavement because of the cycle lanes. And now all the people that are visually impaired and blind can't see to get on the bus because they can't see if there's a bike coming down the cycle lane. I mean, what a numpty. What a numpty.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them about. Listen, time's gone. We've got to give you some good news, guys, before we go. And yeah, I mean, there's lots of these suggestions around, and we've mentioned some of them, but let's mention it again about keeping well and healthy through your diet. It's so important what comes into your body. And there are 5 recommended fail-safe ways of really improving your health. And it's going to take, I'm afraid, with a lot of people, mind over matter. You've got to be very resolute sometimes to get these things down you. Number 1, walnuts. Why
Walnuts are lovely.
Well, some people say that. Other people say they're a bit oily and they don't like the taste. It's a bit strong.
All right.
If you
I think they're
like the
nice.
taste, brilliant.
I like walnuts. I think they're lovely.
I'd noticed. And the antioxidant content is simply astonishing, apparently. It is really good for you. It's omega-3 acids, of course, fatty acids. And they are lots of protein, lots of fats, lots of fiber. And it actually increases your food satisfaction levels. And you actually feel full when you've eaten walnuts.
Oh, yeah, they're lovely. Almonds are the same.
Yeah. So walnuts is number 1. There's 5 of these. Number 2. Now, again, this is a Marmite thing. Spinach. And Popeye likes it. Why is it good for you? Well, it's very good for diabetes patients, apparently. Get some spinach down you. It can prevent asthma as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there you go. It can prevent cancer because of lots of goodies in it. Anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
Bone health is critical for good bone health, osteoporosis, and it's good for digestion. There you go. It can be it can be a bit too good for digestion. Beware, some people can't take it, but it affects, how can one put this politely, the stools. And yes.
Haven't had my coffee yet.
No, I'm going to say I'm in the doo-doo again. Anyway, we'll process the next one, which is number 3, black beans. Try and say that quickly. Now, not only black beans, other similar things like pinto beans. Nearest thing there is beans on toast. They're very good for you. And there's lots of pulses that are very, very good for you. They contain loads of protein. And of course, we all love baked beans and tomato sauce. For goodness sake, don't buy tins of baked beans and tomato sauce. They're full of baddies, apart from the goodies. Make your own. It's so simple.
Yeah.
Get some tinned, dare I say, tomatoes, whole ones. Titirada, what's that in English? That is
I don't know.
chewed up.
Mashed.
Mashed.
Can't.
Yes, squash,
what do they call it? Crushed. I can't think what they call it now.
crushed
I
tomatoes.
know, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
what they call it.
well, get some of that and mix your own olive oil. In Spanish, they call it sofrito, which is olive oil, garlic, also onions, all together fried with some tomatoes, as aforementioned. That's your tomato sauce base, and get some, preferably, we have over here glass jars of these pinta beans.
Oh yeah.
And that will make your beans in tomato sauce. You will never, I will guarantee, go back ever to tinned baked beans. The taste is astonishing and
I
it's
bet.
gorgeous. Yeah, anyway, what's it good for? Bone health, osteoporosis again, good for diabetes again, good for heart health, lots of protein in it. And believe it or not, it's very good for weight loss.
Go.
Oh,
Okay.
homemade baked beans on whatever, good toast. Sometimes without gluten, if you want to really kill the inflammation, gluten-free stuff, made
I
bread,
am eating chewing ginger, fresh ginger,
it's very good for you.
chewing ginger to reduce in inflammation because I've got arthritis. It also
Yeah.
helps your voice.
Oh, right, there you go. Uh, Arthritis, by the way, there are some theories that say tomato juice or any tomato is not very good for arthritis.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
but we're all different. Try it.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite, of course, is dark chocolate.
Oh, me
Yes,
too. Mm.
number four, dark chocolate.
Yeah, lovely.
As we've mentioned, it's got to be more than 80% ideally. If you do get above 90%, you can buy 90% raw dark chocolate. You will find your mouth immediately goes dry, and some people can take it, others can't. But the more you can take, the better. It is said to prevent cancer. Well, prevent, that's a strong word.
Mm.
Reduce, let's say, the risk of cancer. It's very good for eye diseases, reduces heart attacks significantly, and is beneficial for Alzheimer's disease.
Oh, right.
There you go, dark chocolate. The other thing that is very, very good in this diet, let's call it, yes, I think I've got six here, but never mind. Meat and bone broth.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought that until you taste it. No,
no, thank you.
oh no, it's good. Do it yourself. Don't buy it.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't do it anyway.
Just throw some bones in a pan
No,
with
thank you.
water
No,
and skirt. Get a bit of skirt.
no, thank
You have
you.
skirts still in UK, don't you?
Not, no, no.
No, don't you?
Don't do
Well,
bones. Horrible.
rough end of stew. It used to be called skirt.
No.
I like a bit of skirt. Can I say
Yeah,
that?
well, yeah, men tend to.
So it's good for the following. Perhaps you'll change your mind now. Relaxing your muscles. It's good for joint pain relief. Ah, she's interested now. It removes wrinkles. Oh my giddy aunt. Join the queue. It's very good for skin and it's good for your hair. You've changed your mind, haven't you now?
Not really.
The cure being worse than
I'll
the
stick to my wine and stay marinated. That's fine.
oh dear me. Lastly, the Arabs love these, of course, because that's where they come from. Dates,
Oh, yes.
they're rich in protein,
They're lovely.
B6,
Hmm.
iron, magnesium, potassium, polyphenols, which again, key to reducing inflation. Number one, you will feel fuller when you eat a date. And let me tell you that a lot of the dried fruit contains an awful lot of sugar. dates are the better end of the dry
Yeah.
fruit.
I like the
because
Majil dates. Those are the ones you put in
the
sticky
biggie
toffee pudding.
expensive ones, yes. They're a good source of vitamin and iron, and they contain, yes, back to the polyphenols, a high amount. You cannot do better than eating a nice date cake.
Oh, lovely.
Don't put
No,
sugar in it.
it's
Not
very
a
nice.
stevia option. There you are. That's the good news, folks. That's how to live forever.
On that note, I'm going to make myself a coffee with some oat milk.
Oat milk. Well,
I
that
like it.
changes the taste quite a lot.
It's very nice in coffee. It's absolutely disgusting in tea, but
Yes.
it's lovely in coffee. So I'm
Yeah.
going to go and make and sit in the sunshine.
And sit in the sunshine. Not too much, madame. We don't want you crusting.
Have a good day.
We'll see you shortly.